I retweeted this tweet from Margaret as well.
We're going to yours too. Yeah, we're going to yours. I mean, your comment on this because I think it went kind of viral. I know it got at least 1,000.
Yeah, I got the ratio. Like it was already a bad ratio, but I saw it earlier this morning. I'm like, let's get this shit started again. One of my friends, like I got a lot of people that always send me shit. One of my friends like, do you see this shit? So I quote tweeted again. Like this ratio grew exponentially because I quote tweeted again this morning. Like it's almost like, and I said this also in the thread. Like it's almost like the DSA is trying their best to prove our being correct about them. Like it's unbelievable how low they keep sinking. Like we tell you guys their priorities, their interests, how they are actually a front for the Democratic Party, and then their DSA people get upset when we say that, but then the organization go out and just prove us everything we said correct here. So
I just would like to be in the brainstorming room. Who thought it was a good idea to tweet this? If you think if you're mad, like you're an AOC fan, damn that Kshama, damn her, like. But who said, let's go ahead and tweet this out? And why did you think you would get a good reaction? Immediately, they were racial. But before we get there, let's read her original tweet. This is Kshama's original tweet. All but one of squad cross, all but one of the squad crossed the picket line, voting with Republican majority to break rail worker strike. A socialist can't be a strike breaker. This should result in expulsion from DSA. Failing that, the squad's betrayal of workers becomes DSA betrayal.
And then DSA was like, we volunteer. we're not even like what Kshama said there. Sorry, I want to emphasize.
No, go ahead. What
Kshama said there was that if DSA is if they don't say anything or they're silent, the whole silent and violence thing. Like this one thing where DSA, you must come out against the squad, busting the railroad strike, or you're a traitor, right? This DSA organization, like, hold up. I'm not even gonna make it explicit like that. We're gonna come straight out as a class traitor. we're not even gonna put any nuance on this. We're gonna straight up defend the union busting Democratic Party. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I'm just reading. So this is their Twitter account, DSA North Star, and it reads DSA North Star, the Caucus for Socialism and Democracy within Democratic Socialists of America. So it sounds like they're saying they're the caucus. They're representing the caucus. Now, we're just gonna zero in on because I'm thinking that this may not be the only bad tweet they have. It's just that this has gone viral.
I just saw you went on their page. You see they getting ratioed every tweet now. Like everyone's like,
let me see.
Go back. Look, the pin tweet. Go to pin. Look, go up. Ratio
the
there.
Okay.
Ratio there.
Oh yeah.
Ratio there. Now, like the same thing you're doing, CJ, is what a lot of people are doing. They see that one tweet, like, hold up.
Like, what the fuck is this kind of shit?
Like, every single tweet on their page is ratioed. Everyone. Oh, that's so hilarious.
Let's read.
I can take it if you don't mind. Openly organizing for your ultra left cult. Now, if you're a social organization and you catch yourself saying stuff like ultra left, like if you catch yourself using those terms, maybe you should reevaluate. Maybe you can pause, take a breath, be like, I'm starting to sound like Nancy Pelosi real quick. What's going on here? Ultra left.
This sounds like a Democrat who is sending this. What does this even mean? And using the word cult. And also, this tweet by Kshama was sent on the 2nd of December. Why did they wait 11 days?
Yes.
That's the simmering. Or, Nick, do you think they sat back and they saw the swarm and Ryan Grimm's bullshit is not working? Yes. So now they're mad. It's like, wait a minute. We got a plan. Yeah, everybody's coming after. Yeah, Kshama said this. Yeah, whatever. But Ryan Grimm's gonna go save us, and they deploy him. Right? It's not working, Nick. Writing articles, it's not working, Nick. Nobody's buying it. Not even the pseudo left is willing to go in front of a camera to repeat and use Ryan Grimm and say, "Look, Ryan Grimm is right." No, not even them. Nobody's buying it. So 11 days later, when it says, okay, our plan B is not working, our plan A didn't work,
and not only
now
did
we're
it
mad.
backfire.
Now we're mad. Go ahead.
Not only did it not work, it backfired. Remember, Ryan Grimm was the guy they sent out there to take the blow to defend the squad. And then Ryan Grimm did that, and that video from Brown Joy Gray went viral. So now you had DSA for 10 days seething. Motherfucking Kshama Sawant. Fuck she thinks she thinks she can call out Ryan. What the fuck? Ryan Grimm? Think call Ryan Grimm? Think call the squad. Let's get this mother. For 10 days, they think what we're gonna say to get this motherfucker. They had a screenshot saved. Couldn't wait. Like, fucking Kshama Sawant, the fucking motherfucker. So let me continue to tweet. They said organizing for your ultra leftist cult within DSA is an expellable offense. Guys, DSA is floating the idea of expelling Kshama Sawant for standing with the road workers and criticizing the squad. I just want to let that sit for a second. You realize that's what they're doing. Entryism is forbidden by our bylaws. Disagreeing with ultra-left positions on things is not an expellable offense in a democratic socialist organization. Let's break down that last sentence.
I was just about to focus on that. Ultra-left.
You want to take it?
No. I want you to take it. I'm just saying that last part. Go ahead, dissect that shit, because that is absolutely ridiculous.
The ultra-left position of militantly standing with workers is what they were talking about. Apparently, according to DSA, guys, supporting unions and strikes is literally basic socialist shit. Like, you know how when you first start math, they tell you 2 + 2 = 4, right? Supporting workers and socialists, that workers and unions, that is literally the entry point. Like, we're not talking about state and revolution shit. You know what I mean? This is the basic of what makes you a socialist.
This is the reason why, Nick.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, this is the reason why the United States left intentionally is saying socialism is not an ideology. It's a set of it's a set of things you believe in. They have to take ideology out because this is what you get. You get this, well, you can have different nuances. No, you can't. Strike breaking. You can't be a socialist and they strike. Like, I don't understand. Like, that it's just, it shouldn't be a need to even say that. Like, you can't be a socialist and then be breaking strikes. That is absolutely ridiculous.
Look at this. And this is what they are accusing Kshama and Socialist Alternative of doing. Entryism is a political strategy in which an organization or state encourages members or supporters to join another, usually larger organization, in an attempt to expand influence and expand their ideas and program. If the organization being entered is hostile to entryism, the entrants may engage in a degree of servitude and subversion to hide the fact that they are an organization in their own right. So to me, just based on that definition, it seems like DSA is extremely upset that there's a faction that is actually socialist in their organization.
Yes.
How that is literally the most revealing thing. Like, RBN, Jimmy Dore, no one can expose DSA the way they just did with this tweet. No
to
one.
Me,
go ahead.
This right here, disagreeing with ultra left, being against strikes is not an ultra left position. Yeah. That makes me question, who are these people? I was introduced into who the DSA were after being an RB. I didn't even know who DSA was. I didn't know about DSA not until when RJ was doing those interviews, and who was it? Like around that time, I didn't know at all who DSA. Like when the drama, it was some other drama going on at that time. Back when RJ was a member. This is another. Like that's when I start to understand who DSA was. Go ahead.
This is another important thing to remember, and I'm glad he brought it up. Zoya is love. Zoya is life with a powerful comment. This is a great point. And she said 2008. And this is so important to understand. DSA membership grew 7-fold after Bernie Sanders ran. At first they had 6,000 people in DSA. Then after Bernie Sanders ran, they had 43,000. And remember what I said about the Bernie movement when I thought I made a mistake of thinking the Bernie movement that we was all like real socialist, anti-imperialist fighters. So when you see this boom of DSA membership because of Bernie Sanders, do you guys think all those people are really socialists?
No, it was the 6,000 before they got before they went. It was 6,000, the people that were there before Bernie. Wouldn't you say? Wouldn't that make sense? Because it's like I'm saying I'm a DSA member before Bernie has made this popularized. So those people are probably the ones that they're saying they don't like the new ones. They're like, we don't like you guys. You guys want to stick to ideology.
So when you look at the 37,000 people who joined after the Bernie Sanders race, how many of those people are actually liberals and loyal to the Democratic Party, have no revolutionary discipline, never picked up a book of Marx, don't look at the strategies of the global South and other socialists around the world? How many of these people became socialists just because they thought Bernie Sanders' explanation of socialism is what it means to be a socialist, right? So I explained many times, Bernie Sanders and AOC didn't shift this country to the left. They didn't create more socialists. They dragged what it means to be a socialist to the right by the mainstream. So there are a ton of these people in DSA that was like, oh, look, I'm a socialist now.
And they keep redefining it more right. When they go and vote for Ukraine, for example, they're going, let's move some more right, everybody. That's what they're doing every time they do this. When Bernie Sanders withdraws his Yemen, and that's the next segment. Like I said, these are two co-headlining segments. When he withdraws his Yemen resolution. And Nick, there was too many videos. I couldn't put too many things in the intro. It was another intro video where he's talking about Yemen 2 years ago. We're going to play that video when we get to that segment. We're going to see how Bernie talks about it.
This is updated. Sorry, CJ, but this is an update comment for Zoya. I guess you got some new numbers. She said in 2022, DSA is now the largest socialist organization in the United States. I love how she put socialist in quotes because with over 92,000 members. So there's 86,000 more people that joined DSA post Bernie Sanders. There are people who have no idea what it means to be socialist. They have no idea what's going on. They see Bernie Sanders as Malcolm X. That's their and they believe in horseshoe theory. Since Bernie Sanders is Malcolm X, if you're further left than Bernie, you must have went so far left, you're now on the right.
Those are literally liberals who have just switched out their name. Those are literally just liberals who just switched their name. They just updated their name.
Yeah, and last point, this is a comment from Captain Obvious. Whoever wrote this garbage by the DSA North Star Twitter account is an infiltrator. I will bet my money on it. Now, I'm going to ask you guys this question. Why did the infiltrator rise up in the ranks to the point where they can control a Twitter profile? So it's not like one random guy. Because you know how much trust you must have to build, how much organizing you had to be in leadership to be able to.
And why isn't rank and file saying anything? Like even like you get what I'm saying? Like if you get what I'm saying, if Lenin rises up and then he says, I'm about to start doing some capitalism, everybody's gonna be like, what, nigga? What?
Yeah, I didn't see DSA.
You get what I'm saying? Like, where's the pushback from the people then? Go ahead.
No, that's such a great point, because I made that point because I want you guys to understand this is not one rogue tweet. Like, this is from an organization, and these organizations allow leadership to tweet for them. So this is someone in leadership that tweeted bullshit out. And I love the point that you add to it, because if this was a DSA organization going rogue, where are the other DSA accounts saying, oh, this doesn't represent our views, we don't support this? Because it's going viral, guys. Everyone's seen this tweet. And this is as of an hour ago. I don't even know what the new numbers are.
That's true.
But sorry, CJ, I'll pass to you. I know you want to add on. Go ahead.
Well, let me just see what is. I mean, they getting destroyed. I mean, when you see
they getting crushed.
Like this is just. Let's go to some of these. Just look. I mean, I have no idea. Okay, so we're going in it blind, but I guarantee the majority of them is going to be calling them out. Let's see if there's anybody saying, yes, you're right. So rightists calling other rightists ultra left. And that's from the black like Maoists. We follow.
There's so many good tweets on this. So, because now, like, I'm so like we've been doing this all year, CJ, and this is why RBN is growing like crazy. We were saying a lot of shit our first year, but because we didn't have authority, we didn't have a clout, we was a small channel. People were like, oh my God, RBN, the only reason you guys are calling out DSA is because you guys trying to get clicks. There's so many people who didn't believe us. Yeah. And this is like, ever since I got on
Jimmy right here.
People
Go ahead.
stuff. Here's Jimmy's tweet. I'll read this. Standing with road workers is considered ultra left. This is literally what I said. If you were trying to discredit DSA, you couldn't do a better job. That tweet by DSA North Star, there is no stream. There is no video that I can do. There's no op-ed I can write in Substack. There is nothing I can do to damage DSA more than they just did right now.
And they're still not taking it down. This should be deleted. These aren't screenshots. These are actual quote tweets. And here goes one. We should start pulling a Kshama. What the actual fuck?
Maybe that's a reference to that. Maybe that's a reference.
What the actual fuck? So what the actual fuck?
And what I noticed, TJ, is I'm seeing way more people want to do this. Like RBN, and bitch out to Ryan Knight.
I saw that too.
He was one of the early people. Like we was calling out DSA, and so many of the Bernie crats and so many of the fake socialists. And even people who mean well, who think DSA is still a good organization, they should think we were just saying this because we were talking shit. Now, with this tweet, I was looking at it like, oh, so everyone knows they're a sham now. And one of the things, RBN was out in front. We was in front.
Yeah, everybody is being exposed, just like the squad is everybody being exposed. Let's read another friend of the show. She has the Punch Up podcast with friend of the show, Pat the Burner. Solidarity with workers isn't ultra less. Jesus effing Christ. The least we should do is hold DSA members accountable when they vote to break a strike. This post of yours is outrageous, truly shameful. Absolutely, I'll retweet that one. Absolutely agree. Now, Nick, let's keep going because I'm going to get to yours and Ryan's tweet. But just in case,
it's gonna take a while. But there's like so many people on here.
Oh no, I'm not gonna scroll all the way down. I'm just gonna make sure there's a couple of more people I know. A DSA snitch account wants I like how she says this. A DSA snitch account wants to expel Kshama for insulting the squad. Completely pathetic. They are being fully exposed here, and I absolutely love it. Go ahead.
Yeah. Click the tweet. Click the tweet. So you can see the replies just real quick because you're showing some of the quote tweets. Look at the people who are replying under the tweets. And there's so many people ratioing them to death. I saw Sabby have a good one. I'll see if I can find out. You see, everyone is roasting him.
Let me look at it. So they have 161. There's a ratio right here. There's 162 right here.
Yeah,
that's the
ratio.
Zoya.
Click Zoya's tweet right there. Just click it real quick. And now go up. Now go up to their tweet. Go up to their tweet. Go up.
I'll go up to their tweet. Okay.
Now let's see how many comments they have. Now go down. Because the real ratio is how many people comment. Look. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, guys, I could not. When I first saw this tweet this morning, this shit had maybe 200 replies. They got almost 1,100. Oh my God. That's why I want to say it this way, because this way shows you how many people are just dragging them. Jesus fucking Christ. So I'm glad RBN and a lot of our allies, we was out in front calling out.
Yeah, because this was way lower. David, this was way lower. It didn't even have half the amount when I retweeted this. Sorry,
CJ. I just wanted to see that part because that's like the quote tweets is a ratio, but the replies that's really show how many people are digging into that ass. Now at 1,100, it's going up exponentially by the moment. Jesus. So DSA exposed like no other. Nothing that we can do that expose DSA more than this shit right here. Whoever made this tweet, if DSA was serious about, and they're not, but if they were serious about rectifying this, they will identify who made this tweet and dispel them.
Because they don't say you're gone because we do not believe this. Yeah, so let's read Zoya's or you can read it. Yeah, you can read it.
Oh, sorry, my bad, CJ. My bad.
No, go
ahead. Zoya's love, Zoya's life. She said, called out them socialists for years. Yeah, Zoya, another brilliant member of the RBN community, pretty much honorary RBN member. Absolutely. She's been with me, a friend. She co-founded Tandem Management with me. She's been calling out DSA. Real organizers, real socialist organizers have been calling out DSA for how shitty they are or they've become, right? But let me continue reading the tweet. Their bylaws condemn socialism, communism under the guise of entryism. Removing Kshama will only damage their reputation, not hers. DSA always stands with the establishment while co-opting left terminology. Zoya's love. Zoya's life. That's exactly right. Exactly right.
And let me read this quote. The oppressor will not be so strong if he did not have accomplices among the oppressed. That is fire. That is Absolutely. Such an on-point comment. Now let me just go directly to yours, Nick. I'm just going to go to your account here. And then we'll bring up Brian, and then we can kind of close this one out. And I do want to go through a little bit of the comments just for people to understand, like, we're not exaggerating here. Like, you saw the number.
When we get off, I gotta go through that because that number. I was not expecting. Like when I first saw it, it was maybe like 230 ratio, right? So I got in again because they was getting ratio last night. Then I jumped in this morning like, yo, what is this shit? And now it's this is why you don't want to be the main character on Twitter. If you're the main character on Twitter, something not going well for you.
My bad. Hold on. Sorry, my bad. I blew this up to. Okay, here we. Oh no, that's not it. All right, so let's do Ryan and then we'll do yours because yours.
Yeah, no worries, no worries.
So here goes Ryan Nice. I'll read this one and then you can read yours. So AOC and the squad sold the rail workers out, but you want to expel Kshama for standing up for the workers who are fighting for paid sick leave. Thanks for showing us one more time that the DSA is nothing more than a subsidiary of the DNC. It's just bizarre, Nick, to me that they have the audacity to put this out. And I wonder, I'm not being funny. I'm not being funny, Nick. I'm really thinking that this was done because they didn't understand it has been terrible for them. Like, they just, we're going to do this vote and then people are going to buy this. Nobody's buying it. People online are just going at them at every tweet. You go to AOC tweet. She's tweeting about everything else, and there's people on it calling her a scab on it. Yeah, it's over. So I'm just saying, like, there's some internal DSA meeting conversations that they're having. They're saying, hey, the people we like, the people we talk about, the people we say who we support, everybody's talking bad about them. What do? The people who are the faces of our organization. Who's more popular than the squad as the face of DSA?
And I see a lot of comments in the chat. I can't even shout one person out because I see a lot of people making this point as well. DSA literally saying that entryism is against their policy, even though that's literally what they're trying to do with the Democratic Party. How is that literally your main goal is to do entryism into the Democratic Party, but then they say, oh, you can't do that to us when you guys are pushing us to the left. It's so, oh my, like this is so bad for DSA. You would think with all the left critics of DSA, like RBN, they know we exist. I know they do, because a lot of these DSA people block me. Like all the Bernie DSA people got me blocked. So not like they don't know I exist. They know the left criticism. They know Jimmy Dore, right? They know the Jimmy Dore criticism of DSA. They hear all the anti-people. I hear Aaron Mate, Max Blue. I hear so many people criticize DSA. Mark Kimberly, Black Agenda Report. The list goes on and on. The amount of true electors that criticize DSA. So if there was an actual good faith operating organization, they would hear the criticism and they would be like, you know what? I'm gonna prove these people wrong. They did this like opposite. So it's like AOC and the squad. Where AOC and the squad, they know CJ. They know they lost the true left. They know that shit. That shit was a long time ago. So DSA is like, well, since we already know we lost the real left, we're just gonna go full-fledged Democratic Party partisan. We got nothing to lose now. That's the only rationalization I have seeing this. Like they just don't care about winning true socialists and workers over because they know the cat is out of the bag.
I think that's exactly it, Nick, and you can see it. You can't tell me that's not it when you can see TYT doing it, Majority Report doing it. You can't tell me that's not it. That's exactly
and it's all coordinated. They all doing this at the same time, and I don't know why. We all can guess, right? We all can guess why, right? It's coordinated. They are coordinating to the center. Like Anna Kasparian's meltdown defending the LA City Council guy. It's like there is no way you can justify defending that this person is good faith. Yeah. There's something coordinated by the TYT left, the NATO left, the boutique left, because we play a small part of it, not a large part, but a small part of it. They see RBN, they see Jimmy Dore, they see all these channels calling them out as the frauds they are. So they're like, all right, fuck it. We're not tricking those people anymore. We're not going to keep dragging along the dumb live that's still support. So anyway, let me read this. DSA floats the idea of expelling Kshama Sawant for standing with rail workers and calling out the squad. DSA is a clown organization. And there were some people in my comments that was saying meaner stuff. I was like, guys, me calling DSA a clown organization is me being very nice.
That's nice.
I want to say some other shit. And I'll tell you guys, we all here, we all family. I was about to say the DSA is 100% a CIA op. But I was like, oh no, I don't want to muddy the waters by calling them CIA unnecessary. So I just say clown. But what I really believe, these motherfuckers is 100% CIA. After this tweet is over, they're CIA. They infiltrated. If they're not CIA, they fall in their direction. They get in direction from the Democratic Party to crush the left. But for the sake of simplicity, I was like, I'm gonna call them clowns because I don't even want to start that debate. I think what they said. Please, enough. Anyway, I'm gonna read the next part.
That's our umbrella term. That's our umbrella term is clowns.
Yeah. I was about to say some more stuff, but you got. I feel like that. I think what they said already proved that enough. I said I really hope they do it. I really do, because remember what we said on the show. I don't think Kshama have any reason to be part of DSA. I'm not mad that she is because
not at all.
I'm not mad at
what she's trying to do. She's trying to go in and make them more militant. Yeah, do that. She's not going in there and let them making her more milquetoast. You get what I'm saying? So I'm for that. Yeah.
So to be clear, I have no problem with Kshama being part of DSA because I see what she's trying to do. But when we said we think the Kshama shouldn't be part of that motherfucker, like don't give it any legitimacy. So I'm like, go ahead, expel Kshama. And the second they do that, and I continue with my tweets, it would end DSA's legitimacy forever, quote unquote. The pathetic amount it had left. Like for the few amount of people, you see it through this tweet, and I can't wait to go through the hundreds of more that I missed. You see people who wasn't in the last few weeks. You seen people who wasn't willing to say fraud squad. Then the squad broke the railroad strike. Now they're like fraud squad. You all fucking fraud. I should have said it months ago. I should have said you got the fraud. Now that's the same thing with DSA. This tweet exposed them, but then they actually expelling Kshama from this. You will see a mass exodus because this will lead to a big story. And guys, think outside the box here. So if they actually expel Kshama Sawant, that would be a story. Kshama will go on the media platforms. We will talk to her about it. You might see her on Bree's show. Oh my gosh, Kshama's expelled by DSA for standing for rail workers. Do you guys really want that publicity? Go ahead. I dare you. I dare you motherfuckers to expel Kshama. Imagine, CJ. Imagine if they expel Kshama for standing with railroad workers, but they allow the squad to stay in despite busting their strike. That would be literally the perfect thing that could happen that could radicalize these otherwise good faith. Like, I don't attack the members. Like the good faith DSA people who want to advance socialism, if they see that, they're done. The same reason why I said, and I'll pass you, I know I'm ranting, but that's why I said on Jimmy's show, and that's why Rome said before, it's better for the working class to have the Democratic Party win. The fact that there wasn't a red wave this year, fantastic, because now they can't blame Republicans. Mm-hmm. The same with DSA. If DSA expels Kshama Sawant, that's great, because now there's no excuse. There's no excuse for you guys to be part of this organization after that.
And they said in a tweet, they said that it says openly organizing for your ultra left cult within DSA is an expellable offense.
So wait, that's so. Oh my God! I just read.
Entryism is forbidden by our bylaws, and you already addressed this. DSA is all about entryism. That is their whole thing.
Yeah, and this is the funny thing. They even said it. Organizing your ultra left cult within DSA. Why are you guys so worried about more socialist and communist ideas infiltrating your organization unless it meant to sheep herd people into a capitalist imperialist party? I swear to God, they better come out with a statement in the next few days that say our account was hacked. If I was them, I'd do that.
They better be like, Julian Assange was at it again. They'd be like, they didn't do that. He didn't even do that. But that would tell you that they're believing the Democratic talking points. But let me read this from Sabby. Shout out Sabby. So DSA will try to expel Kshama Sawant, but they won't try to expel the squad. DSA is an absolute joke.
Sabby, she ratioed them pretty bad in that thread too. Like she had a tweet within that thread. Let's see if I can find it. Where Sabby, like not her quote tweet thread, but she had.
Oh, okay, got you.
But you don't have to find, not a big of a deal. But I was just pointing out that she had a tweet within that thread. It's gonna be hard because there's thousands of replies. I'm not asking you to pull it up, but Sabby literally ratioed them to death from the last time I saw. Let's see if I can find it.
Let me just type in DSA. I'm curious.
Yeah, dude, this is. I need to get caught up because I've been offline for a while. Like this ratio is insanity. This ratio is insanity. Man, I'm so happy that they did this because they proved us so right. This whole year, the reason why RBN has grown so much because we've been proven right about everything we said year one. Year one, everyone was like, "Oh my god, look at these angry niggas." The angry niggas on the squad in DSA. They said we shouldn't vote Democrat. What the fuck is wrong with them? Now everyone's like, "Holy shit, them RBN motherfuckers was on something." They knew it, and I'm so glad they've been exposed like this. I cannot emphasize this enough because there's no content I could make that could expose them. I can tell you that DSA is a sellout, but them showing you like this is the best example. Yeah. This is exactly what we needed to build a militant left that's not hijacked by the DSA. What was that tweet?
We remember we just covered them when we covered this. They're in shambles.
Oh, so I just thought that was trying to.
Damn. Yeah. No, that's like we just covered this last week. We covered them being terrible. It's just one thing after another. You may not even remember this because we covered it We covered it, but
if you search my name in DSA, you will see me calling them out for literally years. I was going to be marking because I didn't see that tweet because sometimes I tweet and I leave. I'm glad that one got like 2,000 likes on that. Nice.
Yeah.
I remember I used to call out DSA. I used to get a lot of people fighting me, guys. I went from calling out DSA and having radical people like me that I would get ratioed a little bit by Bernie people. I'm like, whatever, I don't care if I get ratioed if I'm right. I went from that to now I would talk to you about DSA and no pushback. No pushback. Not only will I get no pushback.
Like, he's pretty base. Yeah, that's pretty right.
Yeah, it'll go viral. But anyway,
this mainly because today is so big. Most of the stuff that's coming up from the search is from today's because you have so many comments.
Yeah, you got
in your thread. Yeah, you have so many comments. You can take that down if you need to share anything. Go ahead.
You have to filter. Probably. Let's see. I'm actually kind of curious because this is my DSA Twitter call out highlight reel. It's how DSA here. Then from Social Cinema, you see, like, you scroll down for years. Like, this is me calling them out for years. Look, December 2021. You see me, like, and this is when I remember this one. Look, this is from August. DSA this year, celebrating and apologizing for the Espionage Act, smearing the Uhuru Black Socialist movement while cheering the FBI. Oh, yes, they did that. Yes, they did that. Supporting NATO in the U.S. proxy war. I see it. This is my tweet calling this out. I was like, why is no one else calling this shit out? This guy, who deleted the tweet? Hold on, wait, no, he didn't.
Oh, he didn't. Okay. I
was like, what the fuck? So this guy, and this is another example of DSA, and these people I've been calling out. This guy is a big DSA. I'm gonna block him here. What is fucking? Well, I don't know what is. If we used to look at this guy account, he used to rep DSA everywhere. So this guy was smearing the Uhuru Socialist movement because this is a viral tweet I made where I was like, why isn't the squad standing up for the Uhuru Socialist movement, despite them being raided by the FBI? And then he was like, well, he lied and said that the Uhuru Black Socialist movement is connected to a black radical group that was like reactionary. So this guy literally lied, and there are a lot of people that was calling him out. And it's like, you're wrong. And they was like, you're smearing. They were literally smearing a black socialist movement while they were being raided by the FBI. That would here's the you can see his description here. He said, you see how I said it? DSA. Yeah, this is a DSA guy who was smearing the Uhuru Black Socialist movement. This is shit that they do. And I called him out for it. I said, Roast Twitter is smearing the Uhuru Black Socialist movement in order to defend the FBI and the squad. Now, why did he say this? He got mad at me and he quote tweeted. He said, and this is what all the DSA people say. He said, Socialist MMA is a fucking op or the dumbest person online. And he says that because I'm calling out the squad. You guys see that?
How are you an op by calling out the squad?
According to these people, I am an op for calling out politicians and standing with activists. And so you see how, and this is something I have dealt with on Twitter for quite some time. Whenever you call out Bernie Sanders, DSA, I'll see if I can find some real, like this is literally June 2021. Meanwhile, DSA, let's see, what was the full context of this? Oh yeah, I was calling how DSA shit lists always smear Julian Assange. Yep. And in that tweet where the DSA black guy was smearing the Uhuru Black Socialist movement, that shit had like 300 likes. You guys saw it. It had, and I went through, I clicked through it all, and it all was DSA people. So the DSA was all for the FBI raiding the Uhuru Black Socialist movement, and they was repeating the bullshit. Oh well, they are connected to Black Hammer, which they're not. If you guys don't know, Black Hammer was this group, and they had an old member that splintered from that, and he was part of the people who created the Uhuru Black Socialist movement. So what he did, he took some guy who left Black Hammer and said, "Oh look, Black Hammer, Black Uhuru Socialist movement is connected to Black Hammer." And Black Hammer is apparently like, I don't know that much about him, but Black Hammer is apparently like this anti-Semitic, extremely socially conservative black group. And I also say I'm gonna move on, but I'm gonna move on. But you guys see, I've been calling these people out for years, and I'm glad that more people are starting to see them out for the bullshit that they do.